It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Oh, you beat him?
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Back to throw. Willis. And it's caught by Hooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try to...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Ooh.
Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point.
Yeah, the Mavericks still getting their cheeks clapped right now.
Makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Y'all lost worse than Philly.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
About to say. Hold on, bro.
Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well.
Gonna be a long day, my boy.
The give to Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Damn, my ear.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, Ryan. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be taken
ran that
down
nigga
across
over.
the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10
My boy
at
out.
the 45-yard line. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
My boy
So
Will.
on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go play action with Ryan. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. He'll get this one to Pittman.
Woo!
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And 40 catches as a rookie for Michael Pittman. He overcame some early injury problems and really developed into a reliable target as the season went on. The son of a former running back, that's what he looks like after the catch.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I missed that.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Very good return that time.
I don't like this playbook. This playbook kind of shitty.
Here, 1st and 10.
I don't know why. Yeah, usually I do. I don't. I try.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down.
Why are these niggas holding so fucking much?
Coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult
for
him because sometimes
damn,
you
these
get people
niggas
right over you, and
holding.
as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
This shit kind of crazy. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Come on, Quentin Nelson. Come on, bro.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of
all you
yardage
had
in
to
your
do
running
was block
game,
that nigga.
that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan flushed out right. And he will go down outside the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
It's too brick to be. It's too brick to be.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Come on, dog. Oh, come on, dog.
That is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football.
You're not even throwing the ball deep. I don't even gotta do none of this shit. Yeah, my boy playing
Tennessee
scary.
offense about set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Willis. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
On the return, it's Rodgers. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, this playbook pretty shitty, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I forgot this.
And we'll remind you that coming
This
up
shit
at
I got
halftime, we'll
ain't
join
like the other
Jonathan
shit.
Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands.
Bruh, how many blocking the backs I'm going to get?
Taken down here with a
God
penalty flag
damn,
on the
cuz.
field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it.
These
Only people
niggas
celebrating,
tweaking.
the guys who just gave up that play.
Fuck.
Play action, Ryan. And that is intercepted. Or was it? They'll say no.
I just
no
threw a
interception. He did not
dumbass
keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not much there, only a yard. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return.
Come on, Rodgers.
Good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ryan. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Ryan. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st down, Taylor. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down at 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down. Willis. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year and missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. 2nd and 11 now. Looking to throw. Willis. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This time Ryan will throw. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
first and 10, it's Ryan.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Ryan to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw on second down, Willis.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. A bullet throw, but incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Willis.
He's got Eckler.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
66 yards on the ground for him so far.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Indianapolis, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.